After months of drilling myself at home, I went to the track and told the coach I'd like to run the hurdles. It was time for the district finals, and tryouts were open to everybody. The coach, having seen me assault his hurdles before, but not having seen my months of private preparation, flatly said no while making some excuse about interfering with the other runners, the ones he presumed had a chance to win without smashing his gear. I wasn't going to accept that answer because I knew I could do it. I bargained, suggesting that I run in the farthest lane. Separated from the other runners, if I flipped a hurdle, nobody would be harmed or even have his concentration thrown off. He relented, and I stepped into the blocks of the most remote lane, a fair distance from much taller boys with their long, reaching legs. I beat every one of them. This is the essence of the entrepreneurial spirit. If it looks like an impossible task, and running the high hurdles faster than the tall boys looked impossible, with determination, with practice, you can do the impossible. You simply must find the discipline to do it. When I founded Micrel, a Silicon Valley semiconductor devices company, in 1978, we did the supposedly impossible. Silicon Valley thrives on venture capital, yet we launched Micrel without any. Chip industry revenues and profits fluctuate wildly with technology adoption cycles, yet Micrel has been profitable from the very first year, with only one exception, the year 2002, in the echo of the dot-com implosion. I never believed that we had to follow industry and Silicon Valley norms, many of which people said were essential. As with a shorter man running the high hurdles, nothing was impossible to me once I saw the objective, understood the barriers, and employed the discipline necessary to make it happen. Discipline defines successful entrepreneurs. Their vision, their disbelief in failure, their love of doing things, even things they don't love, drives them to adopt discipline. Entrepreneurial discipline turns hurdles into exciting challenges, and no hurdle appears too high. Building a business comes with instilling the organization with the disciplines that are the foundation of corporate culture. Often an entrepreneur doesn't even understand that he is disciplined, and as a leader he transfers that discipline to everyone around him. Yet it is discipline that builds the business and fulfills the vision he has. In every entrepreneur, we see the following. Focus. Distractions are antithetic to entrepreneurs. They know in their hearts and minds what they want to create, and they find a way to create it. Stopping a focused entrepreneur is like trying to halt plate tectonics. Short time frames. Entrepreneurs are impatient by nature, but they also understand the value of timely innovation. What they fail to bring to market today will be brought to market by someone else tomorrow. Entrepreneurs move quickly to excite their customers while hamstringing their competitors. Frugality. Excesses of the dot-com era aside, great entrepreneurs build frugal organizations. Cash is king, and spending their own cash is less expensive than using investor money or bank loans. Making do is an entrepreneur's creed. Being the best. Second place is never where entrepreneurs envision themselves. For them, doing their personal best is a natural mode of operation, and they encourage everyone in the organization to live for the same standard of quality. This last element may be the most important for entrepreneurs. Being the best at what one does. What makes an entrepreneur and her company different in the marketplace becomes the source of corporate missions as well as operations. Someone in a commodity business may focus intently on cost minimization, and by being the best at cost controls, she becomes the most profitable commodity vendor in that industry. Producing the most intuitive consumer electronics cemented Apple and Steve Jobs' fame. Being the best creates value, and business people who are not willing to be their best never become true entrepreneurs. Admiral Hyman Rickover knew this, and he stunned Jimmy Carter into believing it as well. Carter was an ensign in the U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis. As graduation approached, he met with Rickover. Carter came into Rickover's office and, doing what any ensign would, stood while Rickover was focused on his work.